Good morning, welcome to the Fiscal Court. It is already November. It's November the 3rd, as a matter of fact. It's election day. Be sure to get out and vote. There are people who have died for our country. In order for us to go check off that box or just place our vote, just vote. And there are veterans in this room right now who have fought. If you are a veteran, would you please stand so we can applaud you? Thank you, veterans, for fighting for our freedom. As always, it's my honor to welcome our pastor to our Fiscal Court, a pastor for Fiscal Court. Today's pastor is Eddie Maynard from Brooks Baptist Church. He's been here many times. And he's going to lead us in a prayer and then the pledge to the United States flag. Brother Eddie, would you come to the podium and stand, please? Let's do a prayer first.
Heavenly Father, we come before you this morning. Indeed, Judge Executive Roberts has already mentioned, we are mindful of the fact that we are a nation of the people, for the people, and by the people. We've endured many things. We thank you for those who have fought for that freedom, our service personnel, those who have even paid the price of their lives. God, we also thank you for those who serve and protect us, from the sheriff, his deputy, to the police officers, the fire department. We pray for their safety. And Father, we thank you also for the right to vote. We thank you that we have that privilege to be able to elect those that we want to lead us. And God, I thank you for those who are willing to serve in that capacity. And God, we just give all these things into your hands, recognizing the fact that we need to be the best citizens that we can be, but the greatest citizenship that we have is that citizenship of heaven. And thank you that Jesus has made that possible. For it's in his name we pray. Amen. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you.
Thank you again, Brother Mayor. Thank you for your first study. Number 4, Treasurer's Transfer Report, actions requested. And Ms. Shaw, there's no transfer reports or treasurer's reports. Number 6, presentation and approval of all bills. Action is requested.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Any questions or discussion on the motion? Ms. Williams, you may call the roll.
Mr. Mitchell?
Yes.
Mr. Lawson?
Yes.
Mr. Laszlo?
Yes.
Mr. Rego?
Yes.
Judge Roberts?
Yes.
Motion carries.
Number 7, approval of the minutes from October the 20th.
Make a motion to approve the minutes as written. Second.
We have a motion and a second. Any questions or discussion on the motion? Ms. Williams, you may call the roll.
Mr. Lawson?
Yes.
Mr. Laszlo?
Yes.
Mr. Rego?
Yes.
Judge Roberts?
Yes.
Mr. Mitchell?
Yes.
Motion carries.
I want to go ahead and let Director Mike Rouse come up. He has a couple of things to bring to our attention. Good morning, Director. Good morning.
I just got some equipment for surplus. I guess you all got a copy over there. Our grade all has come in to Leland. We've had it down the road now for probably about 5 days. But anyway, it's hard to say how much surplus that I'm figuring around 30,000, and time to get rid of everything. We've got a great all, roller, small roller that we had in the past. It's, we bought a new one year before last. So, got an old tractor, it used to be a mowing tractor we get rid of. Ford truck, we're getting rid of, and the great all. So. Another thing too, I got Cape Coast come over to the shop the other day, and they said they would offer a defensive training class, free, no charge to the county. It takes 3 or 4 hours, but I thought that'd be a good thing for the guys to go through, so we can do it there on site. So.
Defensive training. Are you that decent?
I hope not. I hope not. But any training you get
Absolutely, for free.
that's free and to take hold too, is what should help.
Awesome.
I just want to run that by you all this morning too, so, but really that's all I've got.
Well, action is requested on the surplus items, the road department.
So Pike, is all of these, do they have a backup? I mean, like this one, this New Holland, it's got a new engine on it. I mean, we would absolutely never use it.
No. What it is, we've had that for years. We haven't actually used that probably in 2 years. It's got a transmission clutch issue. It's fine on a farm, it'd be great, but if you use it like we do, pulling up, backing up, we've done put 3 or 4 clutches in it, pressure plates, and new motor on it. And anytime we put it in service or any length of time, it just goes down. And we got a new Challenger boom mower, and that's what we've been using. So I thought about putting both them in service, but I just, if we put it back in, we're looking at $3,000 or $4,000 to fix the thing.
Right. Okay.
The roller, we got another roller. The tractor is just a tractor that's been sitting out there. We've actually took a couple parts off of it to use on for a broom tractor we use. But it's no need sitting there. It's no need sitting on the property.
Okay.
We don't need it.
Make a motion that we surplus the items on the list. Or do you have the items? I'll second it.
We have a motion and a second. Any questions or discussion on the motion? Ms. Reed, you may call the roll.
Mr. Laswell?
Yes.
Mr. Raymond?
Yes.
Judge Roberts?
Yes.
Mr. Mitchell?
Yes.
Mr. Lawson?
Yes.
Motion carried.
Y'all have anything else?
No, sir, thank you.
Y'all need anything, just let me know. So, we're out here. Thank you.
Thank you, Mike. Well, Mike, before you leave though, I did want to mention that the state is going to provide a little over $200,000 for resurfacing for county roads. And those roads are Longwood Farm Road, Tracy Lynn Lane, Harts Ferry Road, Arnold Lane, Jonathan Way, Davis Drive, Hollow Hill Road, Cedar Place Drive, Cedar Place Court, Cedar Dale Court, Ridgeview Court, West Audubon Drive, Tanglewood Road, McCrary Lane. Does that include a road from each magisterial district?
All parts of the counties get some of that.
You got one there? That's yours?
Actually, the last row is,
Yeah, Magistrate, you have several in this collection.
Yeah.
Well, we tried
Magistrate
to-
Lawson, do you have any in that collection? And
everybody's got
Magistrate
something.
Mitchell, you got one. So Magistrate Mitchell and,
Everybody's,
Gladwell have one road. The other two have several.
what we did on that, we tried to get the worst of the worst roads. And that's why, you know, I'm not up for blacktopping the road just to make it black. You know, if they don't need it, we don't need to put asphalt on, and that's why some got more than others. And if you back up, the other state money we got, the flex fund, some of the other districts has got that too, so instead of just sticking a bunch of money in one area that don't need it, I try to break it up all over the counties. I don't have the list in front of me, but everybody's got some on the other too. So.
Well, we just got these documents in, and it's an amount of $205,000.
Boy, that's great.
Yeah, it is. So some of your tax dollars that you send to Frankfurt are coming back here.
Right. And that's money we need, really.
Yeah, we need more of our state tax dollars here in Bullitt County. And thank you, Mike. So we'll look forward to that laptop
Yeah, really.
next year. And I want to share a really good piece of really good news. You might have seen it on the TV, but due to the partnership of several agencies, General Electric and Amatron donated a piece of equipment worth over $100,000 to the Area Technology Center, which is what was called the Vocational Center at Bullitt Central High School. When I was in school, it was called Vocational Center. But what I'm constantly hearing when I'm out at different events and with the public, especially with manufacturers and employers, I am hearing employers cannot find people who want to work. And they sure cannot find people who are skilled to work. Now, addressing the issues of why people don't want to work, that's something that's going to have to be worked on. And we should have been working on it years ago, in my opinion. Frankly, my mother and daddy said, you go to work. So I learned it from my parents. Now, having General Electric and Amatron donate this piece of equipment, this will help to train high school students for the world of advanced manufacturing so that they can get a job at General Electric or other advanced manufacturing places that require computer knowledge and these types of skills that I didn't grow up with. But I'm really grateful for those companies, and it took a team effort to accomplish that. So we have two pieces of good news right there, and I'm going to move on down to number 1 under old business. Action requested on detention center HVAC bid. Jayla Martha Knox, good morning to you. Good morning.
Well, I've already spoken with them. The master is trying to, the one knock is Mike Clark for several reasons. It's because he has been the one that has responded to us throughout the time I've been in office. For the security reasons, for another, because he knows the jail, he knows what he can do, he knows where to lay his tools, he knows the jail itself. I have nothing against KLM, but we have had a time in order to get them to respond to us. That's how come we have, over the years, have leaned towards Mike, because he is a good responder. I realize that his bid is a little higher than KLM, but you also realize KLM wasn't in the first bids to come out. And for that reason was we couldn't get them over if you guys did. So I don't know. All the other ones were in that $20,000 range, just like when he ended up here. Having to put it out there, but in my preference, cheaper's not always the best, because sometimes it comes and gets you in another end, and as far as our service charges on the weekend. It's higher with the other one than it is with mine because he knows the system, you know, there. He knows that he can respond quicker, get us up and going quicker, because over the years, he has worked so much on it. He knows it. So I know throughout the county, I'm not the only person that feels like that because he works on these buildings too. So,
Well, I don't think we're gonna, I mean, it's not a service plan, you know, you can still call on if that's who you pick to call to do services. But you're talking $9,000. It ain't small change, it's $9,000 difference.
well, not now, what's the 23?
6,000, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I couldn't carry it.
It's $5,843.92.
$5,832. That's, you know, that's almost another unit, you know. You got 3 units for 17,000. But I'm just saying, it's, you know, I like Mark too, I think he does a great job for us. But it's hard to swallow over $5,000. But
So you're gonna let someone put the units up there, but you can have, call him service it?
no, they'll have to warranty their own units. But he can warranty, I mean, he can do anything else that you would like, because that's your preference on who you call to do a service call, whoever you call to do that. But not on these 3 units, whoever installs these units, we got a warranty that they'll have to take care of.
But
But hopefully we won't.
this is a ongoing project, correct, or?
No, we can bill them every time. Every time we do 3, we can rebill. You know,
I see my experience when I've dealt with in the past.
oh, I agree, I mean, we're not, we know you have to replace, but, you know, it's almost $6 grand to me. You know. And then, like I say, they did apples to apples, I mean, they did exactly the same thing, I mean, they didn't, it's the same units, the same everything.
Do you know where there's a difference at in the labor or?
I don't know where the difference is, I just know that they refused to come when we first put it out there. The only business we ever got to tell them is when we had to go into Louisville and get that particular office. This particular office was not, they don't even acknowledge us when we call. And I'm not talking about one time, I'm talking about several times. So that's just my preference. I mean, I know you're gonna do what you have to do, and I understand that, but, I just know by my experience what we have experienced inside the facility.
Well, I'll make a motion that we accept KO Williams bid $17,865.
I'll second this one.
We have a motion and a second, and we're gonna have Ms. Williams read the motion.
The motion is to accept the bid from KLM Mechanical Services in the amount of $17,865 for the replacement of 3 HVAC units.
Okay, thank you. Any questions or discussion on the motion? Ms. Williams, may call the roll.
Mr. Raker?
Yes.
Judge Roberts?
Yes.
Mr. Mitchell?
Yes.
Mr. Lawson?
Yes.
Mr. Laswell?
Yes.
Motion carried.
Anything else?
Nothing else on there.
That's why she did. She did.
Oh, yeah.
You don't have to be it. I mean, I have,
Oh,
but,
Okay, action request of installation quotes.
yeah, I got one here.
I looked at this thing pretty hard, and everything. I
for the quote for $13,735.
Okay. We have a motion, is there a second?
Second.
We have a motion and a second. And we are going to have Ms. Williams read the motion.
The motion is to accept the bid from 31W Installation Company for installation replacement as presented in the amount of $19,795.
Thank you, Ms. Williams. Jalen Knox, with you running the jail and being the elected official of the jail, do you have, I'm going to at least ask you.
I don't really have,
on this one?
I don't really, we really never dealt with this.
Okay.
Like I have with the air, I mean, I see when they came in and did bids, but other than that, no, I've really never dealt with, any one particular, on this particular job, like I have with the other job.
Yeah, I might suggest that if you're a licensed trained dealer and you're certified to work on train, you could probably, you could call any company that is certified to work on the train unit. So you might ask Mike if he is.
Oh, he is, I'm trying to.
So you might, because it's a train one.
I mean, he puts the train in.
Right.
Um,
It might solve your problem as you call them.
Okay, we have a motion on the floor. Are there any questions or discussion on this particular motion? Ms. Williams, you may call the roll.
Judge Roberts.
Yes.
Mr. Mitchell.
Yes.
Mr. Bowman.
Yeah.
Mr. Weissel.
Yes.
Mr. Ray.
Yes.
Motion carried.
Jay, do you have anything else?
no, I'm not.
All right, we'll see you
Thank
later.
you.
Thank you, Jay Roberts. Okay, number 3, under old business, action is requested for the Bullitt County Sheriff's Office to expand the tow lot. And Chief Deputy Cottrell, you want to say anything about this?
Is there any information that you all want as far as the approximate dimensions of what we want to expand it to are 225 feet each, about 265 feet. And that is going off the plan.
I'll make the motion to let the sheriff department expand the total lot to their own fencing.
I'll second that motion. Chief Deputy Cottrell, do you want to give the specifics on that? Or just enter into the record that document?
I spoke with the county attorney, and basically what would have to be done, if you all vote to approve it, it's gonna have to be, well, it'll have to be surveyed, for one thing. We'll have to make sure we're back off the boundary lines like we're supposed to, get it fenced in and stuff. According to the plat, it's on record, it would be 245 feet and 265 feet. In the last week, we recovered 7 stolen vehicles from Jefferson County, Hardin County, and Bullitt. And one of those vehicles were sent to other lots. There was some discussion at the last meeting about whether or not the record services could charge for that. As soon as I left, I went back and forth on record service contract. And these record services aren't called, or Gary might not be, but these other record services are charging these people storage on the vehicles that we've got. There's nowhere in our record service that says they can't do that. That's one of the things we're trying to avoid. Anyway.
Okay, Chief Deputy, thank you for the information, and we're gonna have in the motion your dimensions.
And the big thing is, this is not costing the county a penny. That's,
Okay.
doesn't cost physical court or the county a penny to have us done.
We're gonna put in the motion the dimensions that you just mentioned. You want to repeat one or the other?
What was the mention again?
Uh,
225 and 260.
and maybe from the plat, the best I can tell from this side would be 225 feet by 265 feet.
Actually, the dimensions measured, it's going to be more like 200 by 265 because this is in the cul-de-sac, and the county's not going to be able to fence in with what's in the cul-de-sac. So we back off, it's going to be at most 200 feet by 265. And it will parallel the property lines on 3 sides, and then it will connect the other 2 property lines to the entrance where it will put a gate in. So that I've been wrestling for us to do. That help you?
Yeah, thank you. County Attorney, now let's get the dimensions in there. Now, Mr. Woolridge, we got the dimensions. Now, what other piece of information do you suggest we have in the motion?
The only thing that I would suggest is that the county or the sheriff's department locate the actual corner and lot lines prior to the erection of the fence. I have reviewed the property with Mr. Flaherty. The corners are not well marked. I have plats of both this property and the adjacent property, so they should be able to locate that issue. And there's already a 6-foot chain link fence that runs basically north-south on one side. And they'll connect to that fence and bring it all the way around and close the lot.
Okay, so for the purpose of getting this in the minutes, why did you get all that? No.
Yeah, for purpose of getting them in, it's just that the sheriff will be allowed to enclose an area that is approximately 200 by 265 by connecting to the existing fencing and locating the property lines before erecting the fence.
Okay, man, just your last one, this works for you, I think I got it, Laura, you and I help each other on this one. Our motion, the manager last one motion is to enclose an area that is 200 by 265 foot. Connect to the existing fencing. And locating the property lines before connecting to the fence,
Before erecting the fence.
before erecting the fence. Okay, Ms. Williams, you're up, your turn.
The motion is to let the sheriff's department expand its own lots 200 by 265 feet, requiring the department to fence the expanded area and locate the actual corner lines before erecting any fence.
Any questions or discussion on the motion? Good job, Lauren. All right, you may call the roll.
Mr. Mitchell?
Yes.
Mr. Lawson?
I'm not voting.
Mr. Laswell?
Yes.
Mr. Raker?
Yes.
Judge Roberts?
Yes.
Motion carried.
and public hearing of zoning ordinance 2015Z-23, Heirloom Homes Incorporated. And that would be Joseph Catton, is it Catan or?
It is Catan, Judge. I'm here on, Joe Miss here on his behalf.
Okay, Mr. Bill, you just come right on here, we'll let Brian and Rob do their thing, and you can come up and say what you say. Thanks for being so dull. And Mr. Brian Ray.
The Planning Commission heard the following case about number 2015 Z-23, October 8, 2015. Applicant is Heirloom Homes Incorporated, in favor of Joseph Catton. Asking to rezone 3.98 acres more or less from agricultural to residential. The Planning Commission sends a favorable recommendation to fiscal court because the requested zoning change is in agreement with the comprehensive.
Thank you, Mr. Richardson and Mr. Perry.
The zoning ordinance number 15-18, series 2015, an ordinance changing the zoning from agricultural to R1 residential to R1 residential. The property in question is 3.98 acres more or less located at 201 Waterford Road in an unincorporated area of the county. Whereas the Fiscal Court of Bullitt County consider the evidence of the public hearing of the Planning Commission and the recommendations of the Commission. Whereas the Fiscal Court concurs in and adopts the reasons of the Planning Commission for said zoning change and approves and accepts the recommendations of the Planning Commission in this matter as set out in said minutes. Now therefore be ordained by the Fiscal Court of Bullitt County, Kentucky, Section 1, that the above property located in the unincorporated area of Bullitt County more particularly described in the minutes and records of the Planning Commission in document number 2015 Z-23 is hereby changed from agricultural and R1 residential to R1 residential. Section 2, this ordinance took effect upon passage and publication, given first reading at a regular meeting of the Fiscal Court of Bullitt County, Kentucky on the 3rd day of November 2015, to be given second reading and voted upon at a regular meeting of the Bullitt County Fiscal Court on the 17th day of November 2015.
Thank you, Mr. Clary. And Mr. Mills.
Judge, I'll be very brief if there are no questions. This is a property located near Waterford, the corner of Waterford Road and East Church Road, just outside Mount Washington. This property is currently split zone R1 and A, and the request is to make it all R1. The applicant wants to build a house in a pole barn. It's R1 all around it with the exception of the sod farm there, just off in Church Road. It touches the Lord's property, but everything else around it is R1. And as I said, as I think Ryan said, it was a unanimous recommendation, and there was no witness at the time we were going hearing in opposition to this request.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Mills. And I will go ahead and formally ask, is there anyone here that wants to speak in opposition of this zoning request? All right. And Mr. Richardson, we will go ahead with number 2, first reading and public hearing of zoning ordinance 2015Z-24, Grace Memorial Baptist Church.
Planning Commission heard the following case, docket number 2015 Z-24 on October 8, 2015. Applicant is Grace Memorial Baptist Church, asking to rezone 1.918 acres more or less from R1 residential to IL light industrial. The Planning Commission sent a favorable recommendation to fiscal court that requests zoning changes in agreement with the adopted comprehensive plan, but with the stipulation that the applicant agrees to locate and establish an easement that will allow for the maintenance of the septic system located on a property which services the adjoining property located at 4040 South Preston Highway.
Okay. And Mr. Clary?
The zoning ordinance number 15-19, series 2015, an ordinance changing zoning from R1 residential to IL light industrial. The property in question is 1.918 acres more or less located at 4030 South Preston Highway in an unincorporated area of the county. Whereas the Fiscal Court of Bullitt County considers the evidence of public hearing of the Planning Commission and the recommendations of the Commission. Whereas the Fiscal Court concurs in and adopts the reasons of the Planning Commission for said zoning change and approves and accepts the recommendations of the Planning Commission in this matter as set out in said minutes. And now therefore be ordained by the Fiscal Court of Bullitt County, Kentucky, Section 1, that the above property located in the unincorporated area of Bullitt County, and more particularly described in the minutes and records of the Planning Commission in document number 2015 Z-25 or 24, is hereby changed from R1 residential to IL light industrial. Section 2, this order should take effect upon passage and publication in the first reading of the regular meeting of the Fiscal Court of Bullitt County, Kentucky on the 3rd day of November 2015, be given second reading and voted upon at the regular meeting of the Bullitt County Fiscal Court on the 17th day of November 2015.
Thank you, Mr. Clary. Is there anyone here that wants to speak in favor of this zoning request? Mark, are you doing this one?
Yeah.
Well, come on up here, Mr. Edison. Mr. Edison will speak in favor of this.
For those of you that may not be familiar, this is in the heart of Parktown Junction. As you travel south, as the said property is currently the location of the church. Since 1973, as you can see from the documents that were submitted, everything around this property on that side of the highway is recommended to be light industrial by the planning commission in the comprehensive plan. And currently you can see the zoning is already light industrial basically all the way around it. The church is no longer operating. At this point in time, they decided to disband. As you're aware, these types of facilities could be located in any zone. So when it was built, it didn't have to comply with the zoning requirements for R1, R2, or anything else. Based on the comprehensive plan and zoning that joins this, the church believes it's in the best interest to make this consistent with the other property. They've already submitted to the adjoining property owner an easement for her septic system as requested by the planning commission.
So they're going to approve the easement before.
It's already been signed by the church, and I submitted a copy of it to Ms. Peter and provided a copy of the planning commission along with their zoning restriction.
You have it, right? Do you have the easement?
No.
It was difficult to find someone who would go out and actually locate the system this old.
You want to turn that to the planning commission, they'll have this be the code of Santa Clara? That wasn't your purpose, right?
No, that's
Okay, thank you, Mr. Edison, and I know there's one person here who wants to speak in opposition. This is Miss Doris. Doris, come on up. Doris, tell me your last name again.
It's Bullitt, B-E-W-L-E-Y.
Okay. Good morning, Miss Bewley.
Good morning.
You may proceed.
First, I want to say, I'm not signing this. No. It's not in my interest. I have no input on this. Nobody contacted me about this to protect my interest on this. This is not an easement for a driveway that somebody can drive on. This needs to be surveyed, marked, flagged, to keep people from driving on it, because if they drive on it, it's going to ruin it, and I would have to pay to have another one put in, and it should have something put around it. I helped the man find the lateral lines when he come out there to find the lateral lines at the tank. It was not surveyed. Yesterday, I get this in the mail, 2 pieces of paper, nothing showing how it was marked out, nothing, okay? I showed the guy where the lateral lines and everything was. He took a piece of paper like this, and he drew out the dimensions and where the lateral lines was, and guesstimated, walking it off, where my lateral line is. I don't feel that that is sufficient for an easement, okay? It made no difference when this was a church, because nobody would drive on it. And I mean, 10 years down the road, somebody might drive on this and ruin it, and then I'm gonna have to pay for it, okay? And not only do I feel that it needs to be surveyed, I think it should be marked around it somewhere to keep people from being out there on it, okay? This paper says that if it fails, I have to remove the septic tank and the lateral line. I don't feel that that's fair, because I didn't put the septic tank there. Not only would I have to have another septic tank put in, I would have to take this one out from the lateral lines and everything else that's there. I live on Social Security. I have no money. I couldn't afford to hardly even put another one in, let alone take this out and pay somebody to do this. I live from paycheck to paycheck with nothing left, okay, to do anything with. I feel this is unfair. And especially, my point is, there is a septic tank and a lateral line 3 feet from my driveway that has been not used since I bought this piece of property. It has a big hole in it that anybody could step in and break their leg. And I tell everybody that comes to my house, do not go to that one little spot there because you'll step in it and break your leg. If I have to remove mine in this paper, then they have to remove that one and the lateral line and fix it like it should be. It's not fair at all. I am asking you to reject this, put it off, do whatever. This is in the flood zone. It floods above my head in this flood zone, okay? It's unreal what the flood did to my house when it flooded. It flooded to the top of the church doors. And they're wanting to zone this for a business. I think it's unfair. I just feel that it's not fair that I didn't have any input into this. If I was buying this, I would at least have a little bit of input in it. No contact, no nothing. And I'm not telling you, I'm not agreeing to it. I don't think it's fair. It didn't matter when it was a church. Because, you know, I didn't complain about nothing when it was a church. It didn't make no difference to me because it was a church. But you don't know what these people are going to do 10 years down the road. You don't know what they're going to do to that parking lot. You don't know what it's going to look like there. And I'm going to have to live with it till I die because I can't afford to move. Okay?
Ma'am, is that septic tank used by the church?
No. That septic tank, I'll tell you what it was. The lady that owned that whole property there lived in that house that I live in, okay? And she had my septic tank put on the other side, and I guess they put up a fence, didn't they? There was her son and son-in-law had a trailer, and it sat on my property, and it run across my driveway, and the septic tank is right next to my driveway. And the lateral line goes up like that. They did away with the trailer, they just left the septic tank and everything there. And like I said, it's gonna be cold if somebody can step in it.
So when you bought that property, did you know your septic tank was on the other property?
Yes,
You didn't know that?
yes, I knew. Mine was on the other property, that's why they sold it to me when I bought it. But the one that's not used was from a trailer that's 3 feet from my driveway. And I don't think it's fair for them to put in here for me to have to move mine.
Did you ask the new tenants, Mark, or the potential buyer be willing to move the septic tank on their property?
No way to know, because I'm not sure that her property would currently meet the requirements for installation of on-site septic system.
I looked into this about 10 years ago, because I was thinking about moving my septic tank. And they said it would cost me anywhere from $7,000 to $10,000 to move my septic tank. So that's out of the question. There's no way I can move my septic tank.
Well, that's what I was asking, Mark,
Yeah.
the tenant. That's city now, right?
No, it is not true.
Still can.
44.
No,
Okay. So city goes all the way to 245, it doesn't run 61 all the way down?
no.
They take the road and that's property? Yes. Well, that's smart, man. So it's got a sewer line down the road?
No.
No.
Sewer line is over.
No, didn't come down the road right there where we're at, no.
I saw the question better. I just want to make sure that if you do, on the other property.
Yes, I did. I knew that now. I have had the property since like 84, okay, and I have no problem with that. And like I said, it's a problem because it's going to a business instead of a church.
Right. But you gotta look at their interest too, because, if it could be moved to your property, it'd probably be the best, but, if I was buying a piece of property, I would want it on my property, for sure. And I couldn't, but, I would suggest maybe you talking to their attorney and asking their attorney, Mr. Edison, if they would be willing to move it onto your property. It would probably serve everything if the property was perfect, That would be my, just a suggestion, but we can't go over this.
That's all I have to say. Like I said, I think they should have to do something with their empty septic tank. If they're gonna put in there, I have to leave mine. But I'm not lying.
Thank you. Thank you, Ms. Bewley. Mr. Edison, do you want to respond to any of that?
The problem with the septic tank, the church's septic tank is located in front of the church. They also have a septic tank that's located in public service, sewer is not there. And like I say, I'm not sure that it's feasible, the church is being, I'm not sure it's feasible to transfer the septic tank to the other piece of property because currently your regulations are that you have to have 74 units of an acre to use your and I'm not sure it's possible. And because it's in floodplain, it's not susceptible to relocating the septic tank.
Mr. Richardson, do you want to give any, do you have anything to add to this situation?
As far as the survey that she was asking for, typically when we get a building permit, we require a septic permit from the health department. None of those are surveyed, they're all going out for lateral line, so I don't know if that's.
So on that easement, it has measurements of,
It's got a hand drawn.
It's done by the rate laws.
so what does this easement assess? Is it no parking, no driving, no?
Basically says that she's got the right to maintain the septic system on that piece of property as long as it's a viable system. If it fails, if public sewers become available, or things of that nature, then the easement will terminate. Otherwise, it passes along with the property.
So the responsibility, if they set a business there and they bring a tractor trailer in there and destroys the system, is it?
Based on that location, it's going to be an easement that's on the church's property, so they're going to be over there. That's going to be reported to the county.
If the new owner goes back there, that's something that destroys it, they're only like, they're going to stay off of it.
Thank you, guys.
All right. What else you want to do, Leslie? So, Mr. Richardson, I'll be getting with you on the situation, and Mr. Woolridge, I'll be getting with you with Mr. Woolridge on the situation, all right? We have one more. Miss Bewley,
Yes,
my office will be getting in contact with you
yes.
to find out exactly what is going on with this situation.
Okay.
And I look forward to talking with you some more, because I want to make sure I make the right decision 2 weeks from now.
Thank you.
I'm glad you came in to advocate for your cause. Did you hear me?
Well, I came to the first meeting and talked about this.
Yeah, at planning and zoning,
Yes,
right?
I came to it and spoke and talked to about it.
Okay.
So that's why I came to this one, and I'll be to the next one too.
Yeah, now we will meet. Yeah, you know when to come next time, don't you?
Yes.
What is the next meeting?
That
17th, November the 17th. Okay. Well, Miss Bewley, then I'll be talking to you way before that. And I'm glad you're here. And we'll see you definitely on November the 17th, okay?
yes,
Okay, Mr. Richardson, we have first reading and public hearing of zoning ordinance 2015Z25. Randy Hurst, Donna Hurst, John A. Payer, and Judith A. Payer, co-trustees of the John Arlen and Judith J. Payer Revocable Living Trust.
Docket number 2015-25 was heard on October 8th. Applicant Randy Hurst, John Hurst, John Taylor, and two of the co-trustees of the John Arlen and Judith Taylor Revocable Living Trust asking to rezone 22 acres, more or less from agricultural and R1 residential to R1 residential. The Planning Commission sends a favorable recommendation to fiscal court to rezone the property in its entirety to R1 residential classification given to this property is inappropriate, and the requested zoning classification is more appropriate because the property is located in a dual zone, and because there is no survey showing the amount of property located in each zone. This will bring the property into compliance and allow the applicant better use of the property.
All right, and Mr. Flaherty.
Zoning ordinance number 15-20, series 2015, an ordinance changing the zoning from agricultural and R1 residential to R1 residential. The property in question is 0.2 acres more or less, located on Knob Creek Road in an unincorporated area of the county. Whereas the Fiscal Court of Bullitt County has considered the evidence of the public hearing held by the Planning Commission and the recommendation of the Commission. And whereas the Fiscal Court concurs in and adopts the reasons of the Planning Commission for said zoning change and approves and accepts the recommendations of the Planning Commission in this matter as set out in said minutes. Now therefore be ordained by the Fiscal Court of Bullitt County, Kentucky, Section 1, that the above property located in the unincorporated area of Bullitt County, and more particularly described in the minutes and records of the Planning Commission in document number 2015-25, is hereby changed from agricultural and R1 residential to R1 residential. Section 2, this order is expected upon passing publication, be the first reading of the regular meeting of the Fiscal Court of Bullitt County, Kentucky, on the 3rd day of November 2015, be the second reading and vote upon at the regular meeting of the Bullitt County Fiscal Court on the 17th day of November 2015.
Thank you, Mr. Flaherty. Is there anyone here that wants to speak in favor of this zoning ordinance, Mr. Mills?
This is mine.
Thank you, Mr. Mills.
This is another situation where it's split zoning, residential parliament all around. It was a unanimous recommendation from planning and zoning. All the gentlemen that appeared at the meeting, if you had questions, I would have qualified his position as an objection, and I would be less satisfied. I would agree with that. Again, it's unanimous recommendations, split zone properties will tag in R1, this one is all R1, and everything around it is really.
Okay, and the folks are here. Yes. We have, no, you're supporting it, you all are against it, right? Okay, got it. All right, thank you, Mr. Mills, for your advocacy. Now, if you are here to speak in opposition of this zoning request, come on up. And this is Miss
Caroline Rose.
Say it again.
Caroline Rose.
Miss Caroline Rose.
Yes.
Okay, Miss Rose, go right ahead.
I live on 5310 Knob Creek Road. The property in question is right next to me. I have never received any kind of notification about this law. And I just thought that was quite unfair. Until one of my neighbors told me last night. Now, I'm not against power. However, my concern is if they're going to build homes, where is all this going to lead to? Question being, if you build, where's the dirt going to go? There's a creek that runs, as you know, right behind our house. As the years have gone by, I've been there 18, 19 years. The creek has changed many, many times. My concern is the dirt, where are they going to put it? That's my major concern. And basically, that's all I have to say. It's a concern for me as a homeowner, and as an advocate, I mean, a mudslide could happen anytime if all this happens. That's my concern. That's all I have to say. I'm just concerned that I was not notified. There are a lot of people around this water, I don't. And being right next door, you would think, I was there when the surveyor was there, and he introduced himself, he told me what he was doing. But after that, and that's not concern.
Brian, was why was they just, it wasn't covered, is it an accident or what? How come these property owners here wasn't notified?
They should have been notified. Now, if there's any return addresses in the file, I'm not sure. I haven't seen the file. But everyone abutting that property should have been notified.
Should have, but it wasn't.
Can you tell me where you live?
5310 Knob Creek Road. That property, right All right, if this is the property, it'll be this law, right?
This is probably
Okay, I'm on this side. My barn, my property.
here or here.
Here. Right in here. I think, I'm not real sure if,
If the property doesn't immediately abut this piece of property, you will not do nothing. She lives.
I would do it.
You live across the road.
Where's the creek?
Creek's right here. This is not Creek Road. The creek's going on the back part of the property here.
She's right here.
This is just one of them.
Yeah.
That's my,
I'm right across the road here. I'm at the back of this road here. I was notified. My mother-in-law wasn't notified either. Her name is Venus Nada Dyer. They wasn't notified. There were several people that wasn't notified.
so being cops work, so it's not.
Yeah, she's
She's a boss.
directly across the street. She was notified. But my mother-in-law, she was upset about it because she said she would have came to the meeting too. But she got no notification at all. I don't know if it was a mistake or, maybe something too bad.
Brian, we didn't receive anything back. Did you return mail?
Not that I'm aware of.
No.
I have to go back to look at the file to see if that were returned.
Yeah, it needs to go back to planning commission. For an applicant, we have got this, they the only property to be notified to get that.
On Chester Lane, I know that there's 9 properties that border that property. Up and down the road. A lot of these properties border at the top of these hills. My property in the very back, I border 8 deep around because my property is the weirdest shaped property you've ever seen. And, and across the street there, he borders everybody up on top of Brooks Hill even, so it's, he's bordering a lot of people. If you're talking about, probably 20 people. It's a lot of people he's bordered. So I could see where there would be a mistake, trying to get all those people, papers out to everybody. But it's just like, giving everybody the option to come and give their opinions to everything. It's like voting. Everybody needs to get out there and give their opinion on something.
And that might have been a mistake on our behalf.
Yeah, but, everybody needs to be able to get out there and give their opinion on whether they want something to happen or whether they don't. Now, I was at the first meeting and I talked to everybody about it, and I'm not directly, I'm not directly affected by it because I'm way at the back of Chester Lane. This she's affected by it because she's right next door to it. So it doesn't really bother me as much as it does her, but everybody that's closer to that and is gonna be having 6 new neighbors or however many new houses is going in there, it's gonna affect them more. This was all farmland at one time. Everybody hates to see farmland destroyed. A lot of y'all have been farmers before. And it's like, Mr. Moore's property that just all got sold off. We had 300 acres down the street. He died, and his family sold all that land off. They busted it up into 3 tracts. It all got sold off. I hated to see that. I hate to see farmland busted up in the road. But, it got sold off into 3 tracts, and it'll get sold off into even more tracts than that. Because whoever buys that, busted up into little tracts, and it'll all get sold off into that. And, we all live out in the country to be out there by ourselves and, have peace and quiet. But slowly, it's turning into the city. And I don't want to be out there in the city. And the more it turns into the city, the more I want to leave, the more I want to move. I'll go out to Brandenburg. My parents lived in Brandenburg, so I'll be moving further out. I love Bullitt County. I've lived out here for almost 30 years. But it gets more and more city, I'll be moving. I know most of you on this board. I love all of you guys. But I don't want to see it be city.
Progress is all.
Well, progress is good. But, I just don't want to see
I don't want to see it all built up around me, you know. I like Shepherdsville the way it's built up. I like to live in Walmarts and stuff. Shepherdsville's way different than it used to be, you know. I went to school here. I know Melanie's mom over there. She was my lunch lady.
I'm gonna go ahead and make a motion that we send this back to the planning commission and everything, so they can notify all these property owners that go to that planning commission.
Thank you.
That's what I was gonna second, hold on here, John, we'll do this discussion. Okay, I'll second that motion, now, questions or discussion, Mr. Mills? Yeah.
Judge, I didn't hear any testimony that there was failure to give notice. I heard the lady say that she did not receive notice, but I don't know if it's been confirmed yet by Lenny telling me that notice was not sent. What I heard both witnesses testified to was that I thought an operator will say they don't have objections, they just have concerns. Gentleman testified at the committee meeting. His position is similar. I never heard him object to me, I didn't object to David, said had concerns, and of course, I'm sorry I don't remember the name, but if they do decide to build, they're gonna have to get building permits, they're gonna have to get septic permits, they're gonna have to get all the permits that are necessary to build any structure on the property, so those concerns could be addressed when the time comes. This is just simply a request to make of a piece of property that's currently not in compliance with that, because it's dual zone or split zone, as I call it. And this is just a request to bring it into compliance and make it all one. That's all the request is at this time. If they decide to build, there's going to be additional requirements that are going to be necessary from them to do that. And that's all I'm going to offer.
Mr. Larry, do you want to comment on that?
Again, at this point, I don't think Mr. Richardson has been able to confirm whether the notices were sent or not sent or returned, so I don't know if the court will wait until they get some confirmation on that before they make a decision on what to do, because it could have been sent if they've got the sort of, the information to file. At this point, I don't think we know, as Mr. Mills said. Unless you can say for certain whether it was sent.
So just the other thing I want to tell the judge and magistrates is that certainly no intent to keep anybody from getting notice on our part. We've tried to work the best we can with Brian, folks at P&Z, to make sure this is what everybody is supposed to be noticed. Just want to make that clear. It's not like we were trying to just like having a planning zone commission issue. It's supposed to be.
Brad, you need to go through these, and no return.
There's no return, then if I may, I think the motion that you made to withdraw. You're not voting on it today. So the testimony that heard, I think what needs to be done is that the planning commission will clean out, and the next meeting will review the application. They'll have the attorney come in, and they'll determine if the proper people were listed. The problem that the important thing to understand is that when you do zoning, you do not use addresses a lot of times that the people use, unfortunately, because our zoning regulations require that you use the address that is shown on the PDA records. And there are numerous times when people do not get notices that they send to the proper location for PDA records. But today, for your purposes, you heard the testimony taken under consideration, but before you will vote at your next meeting, if the application was not filed properly and the correct property owner was not notified, you will simply turn it back to that court.
Was it posted, Turner? It was posted paper, spoken out.
Okay, Mr. Mitchell's going to withdraw his motion. So with that being said, Mark, do you understand what's happening here?
Now, what are we doing?
All right, let me judge. Would you turn that air off so we can hear something? Thank you so much. Mr. Woolman, do you want to explain why?
The fiscal this board is not gonna vote on this matter today, right?
Okay.
You've had your ability to come up and make a comment stating that you are opposed. Are you an adjacent property owner?
Yes.
And you were at the planning commission meeting as well. So your comments were recorded there, they've been recorded here. What's gonna happen is today, because there is a question that all of the adjoining property owners have not been notified per our regulation, that's gonna be reviewed by the planning commission.
Okay.
Mr. Richardson has the index of everybody that was listed by the applicant. And if in fact anyone who touches this property has not been notified, this case will not be voted on by the fiscal court at the next meeting. It will be sent back to the planning commission and it will be reheard after proper notice has been given.
Okay,
So
so send new notices.
So what you need to do is you need to show up here at the next meeting.
Okay.
Because if Mr. Richardson comes back and says, I have reviewed this, and in fact, everybody that touched the property has been properly notified, fiscal court will then vote.
Okay.
They will not take more testimony. So if you said what you wanted to say today, the record is closed if in fact it is a good application.
Okay.
All right?
So be on the 17th then?
Yes.
That's it.
November the
Okay.
17th, be sure and come.
Okay, thanks, guys.
Thank you very much.
You're very, very welcome, Mr. Walters, thank you very much for clarification. Mr. Mills, thank you for your attendance and advocacy. Number 4, action requested on fiscal year 2016